This is the fifth video and we're going to look at basic 11 plus fractions. Okay, so we're going to look at the numerator and denominator, improper and proper fractions, and also how many fractions, how many equivalent fractions there are, how can we make extra ones, how can we simplify it, more about that. So let's go into our first slide. Okay, what is a proper fraction? A proper fraction is where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Okay, so that's what proper fraction means. So for example, 1 over 2 is a proper fraction because the numerator, which is at the top here, if you can follow my mouse, is here, and it's smaller than the denominator, which is 2. Okay, good. What is an improper fraction? An improper fraction is where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. As you can see here, if we swap these around, so it is 2 over 1. Okay, I haven't got an example here, but imagine it. 2 would be the numerator and 1 would be the denominator. In 2 over 1, the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so therefore it's an improper fraction. Good. Proper fractions. The examples are 18 over 22, 12 over 15, 9 and over 11. Can you add more fractions to these examples? So try one. Improper fractions for these examples are 8 over 7, 13 over 11, 14 over 10, 22 over 20. So try some examples. So I'm going to explain this once again. So proper fractions have a smaller denominator, a smaller numerator than the denominator, while the improper fractions have a larger numerator than the denominator. So 18 is bigger than 22, therefore it's a proper fraction. Improper fractions are 8 over 7, so the 8 is bigger than the 7. So can you list fractions, proper fractions for these, and also for improper fractions? Can you list some more? So I'll give you another example for proper fractions. Proper fractions could be 8 over 8 over 10, okay? 5 over 1 here, so that's another example. So let's go on to the next slide. Equivalent fractions. So 1 times 8 equals 8, 2 times 8 equals 16. So what we're doing here is that for equivalent fractions, if you want to make them the same, so let's say we want to get another example for this. This is an example, so we can times by 8 here, or any other number you wish, and times by any other number we wish. So here we took 8, so 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 would be 16. So 8 over 16, which as you can see is the same as 1/2. So 1 times 8 equals 8, 2 times 8 equals 16. Let's take another example. 1 times 5 equals 5, 3 times 5 is 15. So what we do at the top, the numerator, is that we times one number, the simplified fraction, and make it bigger. So for example, 1 times 5 equals 5, 3 times 5 is 15. And if you just simplified it back again, it would be 1/3. 1/4, 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12. Okay? 1 times 8 is 8, 5 times 8 is 40. 1 times 10 is 10, 6 times 10 is 60. 3 times 8 is 24, 5 times 8 is 40. So those are all the ones. Have a minute a minute or some time to see it and understand it. Okay, I hope you have watched it. If you haven't had enough time, please pause the video. Complete these equivalent fractions. Okay, so 1 over 10 equals something. So 10 over 11, 5 over 9. So have a few seconds or more to see it and try to answer it. Okay, alright. So yeah, I'll give you some time to think about it. Okay, if you still have not enough time for this about 30 seconds, pause the video, okay? So I'll reveal the answers and then explain it. 1 over 10 equals 8 over 10, 80th. 10 over 11 equals 100 over 110. 5 over 9 is 30 over 54. So the answer for 1 over 10 is 8 out of 80. So what we do is that in the denominator we times this times something that makes to 80. So what 10 times something which makes to 80? Okay, 10 times 8 is 80. Okay, so at the top we do the same. 1 times 8 will equal 8 here, because it's timesing it by 8, making it bigger. At the top we have to make it times by 8, so we get the same amount of multiplication. The same here, times by 10 equals 110, so times by 10 here, 100. Times by 6 here, 54. Times by 6 here, 30. So those are the answers for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to it and share it to your friends. That's the end of my video once again, and bye until we see you next time. Thank you.